Welcome back, my gardening friends. Well, this is my trial 2022 of the Supersoil. It says it's the world's best fertiliser, supposed to be full of microorganisms, etc. And this packet should do an acre. That's a lot of ground, but 1 gram in 1 litre of water will hopefully cover about 45 square metres, I think it was worked out at. But we're just going to put a little dabble on each of the beds, and we'll plant different vegetables in different ones. But I'll spray this one, then I'll take you around and show you what I will be spraying on the rest of the beds. So, Supersoil, is it any good? Babette, who's in the garden, is trying it. Steve at Digwell Greenfingers is trialling it, and Alan at the Dawn Chorus plot is also trying it, and there may be others, but let's try it. I've already mixed a gram in this, and that's it. That's all we're going to be putting on, and apparently that's all you need, and that's just a guesstimate. So I'm going to spray all the beds up. If I need to mix some more up, I will. I'll make sure every bed gets exactly the same, and then we'll be doing some comparisons throughout the season. So that's the middle bed out of these 3 pallet collars. These will be holding my giant beetroot, and we'll see how they do over the season. These are my square foot gardens, which are attached to the vertical garden. This one's already been planted up and everything's doing really well, considering the frost we had. And I've put the Supersoil trial into this one, and that'll be a good comparison with that one there. This is my asparagus bed, and we put Supersoil to the left. So everything on the left hand side, which is about half, have had Supersoil. We'll see how that does. So this bed here has had Supersoil. That one there, I've been busy sifting all the compost to top these beds up. This one's got Supersoil, that one hasn't. This one here has got the green manure, as is that one there. And then on the end, we've got the one, the Supersoil. Over here, we've got the green manure, and we've got the golden gourmet shallots to the left. My Bunyard's exhibition to the right, that's in the green manure. Out of the green manure, just an ordinary bed, we've got the Bunyard's exhibition and the rest of the gourmet shallots. So we've got a nice little trial there with the green manure, and that bed on the end has got green manure. This is my polytunnel that I've raised and rebuilt, etc. And we're going to try and double skin it. That's what the blue pipes are there for. These are the strawberries at Sweetheart, and as you can see, we'll have a look at them now. We can look at them later on. That bed hasn't had nothing, and it won't get nothing, and this one has had the Supersoil on this half. We'll see how things go with that. A big thank you to one of my viewers, Frank. He sent me some of his surplus condor. He was very, very lucky to get some condor potatoes, and they're the ones that he hadn't got anywhere to plant. So I'm really looking forward to getting those in the ground later on to try and get a giant potato. There's my sweet peas, been in the polytunnel all this time. They haven't gone leggy, so we know we can do that in the future. And here we have some of the sweet peas, etc. Some of them now are just poking their heads up, and these were a later sowing because I got too busy. We'll see how they do. And as we move really gently and slowly over, I've had a little bit of a tidy up in here. Here's all my potatoes that we've sown this time. So basically we've harvested the potatoes and then replanted them. There's the Swiss chard. The radish is coming up now. The 2 pots of Jerusalem artichokes, we've had really heavy rain just lately and it's warmed up nicely, so they've come inside now. So we've got the radish there, we've got a carrot there, and one of Marie Curry's Walla Walla onions. I sowed that on the 6th of the 1st, 20, and there it is in the middle of the screen. Always be patient. And there's the Nantes carrots. A lot of weeds in there, but basically what you have to wait for is to have a look under a sheet or whatever you've got, and when they start to germinate, it's a good reminder as to what they actually look like. So then you can think, we can have that out, we can have that out, we can have that out, we can have that little one there out, and hopefully we don't disturb the carrots in there. But you can see there, look, we've got a carrot here, but that's definitely not a carrot. That's the only trouble when you use your homemade compost, and compost we find. But it's just a good reminder what a carrot seedling looks like, and there you go. I'll just go through some finds. These were on the allotment recycle pile, a bit of pipe in there, and there's the gloves. Possibly the last chance to enter the draw. I'll put the video on the end screen. Please remember, thumbs up or thumbs down before you go, and leave me a comment. It does help my channel. And thank you very much for the person last week who sent me something on my PayPal. I've bought myself some 3-inch screws, 2-inch screws, some little ones, and some more of the washers. I use the washers quite a bit on the allotment to hold things together, save them pulling through. And of course, not forgetting this stand. Back to plot 1 where I store all my junk. We've got 2 more pots of compost there, and the main find, the main one, is this polycarbonate sheeting. It's I'm just going to climb over this. It's the dark sort, so I presume won't let so much light through. But I was thinking that would make for a great coal frame, with those, especially the ones cut at an angle, to create coal frames for this, so I can make it at that little bit higher. Now I use clear at the moment, which lets lots of light through. The lettuce family and that don't like too much light, they tend to send them to seed or bolt. So am I right in thinking the dark coloured polycarbonate will reduce the amount of light and heat? Leave me a comment please, but I reckon I've got enough to do that. That was a full conservatory roof, and it was only 100 yards away from the allotment, so they're full length sheets. I've been doing a little bit of watering, and look how amazingly clear that water is without me dropping my tablet into it, all because we keep it all covered up, and that's the siphoning method. So once we've got the this roof repaired, we'll get it connected up again, and then it siphons from that middle tank to the other side, and that one over to here. But you could even drink that. I bought Mrs. K some of these, and some of the little miniature daffodils. These are the ones with the multi-heads. I think I've got one somewhere with 3 heads on, but she does like those. They don't get too big and clumsy, because when they die back, obviously you've got the greenery, and Mrs. K doesn't like the greenery, so she chops it off, but you need to leave the green so it builds the bulb. But what I'm going to be doing is potting these just into the wildlife garden, so the roots pick up a few nutrients, build the strength up in the bulb, and then I'll be able to separate them. There's several bulbs in each of those, and no doubt some of them are splitting. They won't produce flowers next year, but they're only £1 for each one, and at least you know what they look like, and they do grow well. I've noticed that the rats are trying to get into the compost bin. I'll say trying, they're in. Hold tight just in case he's in there. And there he is. Well, not him, but he's digging and turning my compost at the moment. As you can see, he's scattered it all up here. Worms are hiding, don't want to be eaten. And I don't mind them being here at this time of the year. And as you can see, that's where they've created their hole. And let's just give it a big bang. Excuse me. If you want to get rid of rats, create a lot of noise. They soon get fed up and leave. But like I say, at the moment they're under there turning the compost for me, and it does get to be a good mix. I'll just pop this down. Shan't scare you too much. So the links will be in the description below. Please wait until I've done the trial. Don't waste your money on this if it doesn't do anything. So it's time now to get these beds covered up. That will help retain the moisture, protect the worms, and stop any of the rain washing out all those nutrients that we've just put in. Well, that's another nice job done. Well, if you've enjoyed this video, then why not consider subscribing. Like I said, hit that like or dislike button for the interaction. That helps my videos go elsewhere. At the beginning of March 2022, I did my jobs for March, and we're getting on with them really well. I've not showed you everything, guys, but the last Sunday in March we'll be doing the end of March tour and how we got on with the jobs. And as always, one job leads to another that's not on the list, but it's good to get them done. Good to get them done. Happy gardening to you all. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ra for now. Yum, yum.